Good afternoon and welcome to news at noon. First, the highlight. Lagos State government set to deliver 233,000 units in Aja. Federal government reaffirms commitments to safer learning environment for Nigerian students. And on the foreign scene, Philippines former mayor Alice Go bags life imprisonment over human trafficking charges. And in sports, Nigeria climbs to 38 posts in new FIFA rankings. Now the news in details. I am DAYO Anthony. The Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu will on Friday unveil 233 new housing units at the Ibrahim Adesanya Housing Estate in Aja. The new unit are expected to boost the housing stock in the rapidly growing Lekki axis, offering more residents access to quality and affordable accommodation. Commissioner for Housing, Maruf Akinderu Fatai, says the project comprises 33 blocks containing 233 home units developed through a joint venture between the state government and Urban Shelter Limited, a private real estate firm. The estate sits on 3.7 hectares within the existing Ibrahim Adesanya housing estates along the Lekki-Ekpe Expressway. Akinderu Fatai reaffirmed the ministry's dedication to expanding housing supply across Lagos, in line with Governor Sanwo-Olu's commitment to completing all ongoing housing projects in the state. He also called that the main Ibrahim Adesanya housing estate was first launched on January 15, 2001 by the then governor and now president Bola Tinubu. In an effort to provide quality and efficiency service delivery, the Lagos State government has initiated a 3-month induction training to impact knowledge on its newly employed and deployed members of staff. The initiative, which will run till February 2026, is aimed at evaluating and nurturing the personnel to be exceptional at their given task. The Lagos State Head of Service, Bodiaguru, who emphasized the importance of induction training course, urged all agencies to allow those involved to fully take part in the training. According to him, through the platform, the trainees will get essential information to aid smooth transition into their roles in the state.
You need to understand how we do things. We need to inculcate some culture into you. We need to inculcate some training into you. We need to show you how to raise the bar of excellence, which is what we are doing here every time. So this induction program is meant to train them and prepare them for life in the public service. And I think the best place to do this is through the PSSDC. If they don't pass, they don't get into government.
On its part, the Director General, Lagos State Public Service Staff Development Center, Akinkunmilola Adio Moses, said a lot could be achieved through the unity of purpose. Adio Moses noted that the training would eliminate ignorance and guide them in the rules and regulations of the work environment. President Bola Tinubu has assured Nigerians and families of students abducted in Maga, Kebbi that the federal government would deploy all instruments of state to ensure the return of the schoolgirls. Tinubu's assurance came from Vice President Kashim Shettima during his visit to Kebbi to commiserate with the government and the people of the state days after the abduction of the student. Shettima, who touched down at the Sir Ahmadu Bello International Airport alongside the national chairman of the ruling All Progressives Congress APC, Nentawa Yewada, and other members of the entourage, described the incident as unfortunate. He said the president's priority is the safe return of the schoolgirls, while commending the security agencies for their sacrifices. According to him, Brigadier General Musa Uba, who was killed by terrorists, will be honored alongside Hassan Makuku, the vice principal of the Government Girls Comprehensive Secondary School, where the incident happened. On his part, Governor Nasser Idris, who received Shettima during the visit, noted that Kebbi State government is complementing the federal government's efforts by providing an enabling environment for security agencies. And now to the rest of the stories. The federal government has reaffirmed its commitment to ensuring safer learning environments for Nigerian students through continued support for the Safe School initiative. Minister of State for Finance Doris Uzoka Anete made this known in Abuja during the 2025 International Student Day celebration, organized by the Office of the Special Assistant to the President on Student Engagement. Uzoka Anite emphasized the transformative power of education in nation building. She encouraged the students to continue leading with integrity, innovation, and a sense of responsibility to their communities and the nation at large. Chief of Army Staff YD Shaibo has asked troops of Operation Handikai to remain alert and maintain an aggressive posture in ongoing operations against terrorists in the northeast. Shaibo issued the charge during an operational assessment visit to the headquarters of the Joint Task Force Northeast Operation Handikai in Maiduguri, Borno State. The visit was aimed at assessing the security situation, evaluating operational effectiveness, and strengthening collaboration with security stakeholders. It told personnel that the resilience is recognized, stressing the need for them to remain alert. And also foreign news, a former Philippine mayor, Alice Go, has been accused of spying for China, have been found guilty of human trafficking for a role in running a scam center. Go and 3 others were sentenced to life in prison and a fine of 2 million pesos. She has gripped the Philippines for years after authorities uncovered one of the country's biggest scam centers in her small town of Bamban. Some 800 Filipinos and foreigners were later rescued from the scam hub after a raid, with many of them saying they were forced to run pig butchery scam. The 35-year-old, who was arrested last year after being on the run for weeks, has denied all allegations against her. It was not clear if she might appeal. And now to sports, Nigeria has risen 3 places to 38 in the latest FIFA's Men World Ranking announced on Wednesday, following a month in which the Super Eagles played 2 competitive fixtures. The ranking update, which covered 149 national team outings worldwide since the previous release, reflects Nigeria's 4-1 victory over Gabon and the 1-1 draw with the DR Congo that ended in a 4-3 penalty defeat in the African playoff. Despite the outbreak of missing out on the 2026 World Cup, those results were sufficient to notch the Super Eagles up the table. Nigeria's new points place the country 5th among the African nations, behind Morocco, Senegal, Egypt, and Algeria. But just before we go, use the walkway where available to avoid accident. You can follow us on all our social media platforms. X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 961 FM, Instagram is Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1. You can also subscribe and watch our news and program live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. You can also listen to Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM live on My Lagos app for timely update. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration completed and inaugurated Mother and Child Center, Badagry? You can get more details on Lagos State Government's website. And now to end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu will on Friday unveil 233 new housing units at the Abraham Madison Housing Estate in Aja. The federal government has reaffirmed its commitments to ensuring safer learning environments for Nigerian students through continued support for the Safe School initiative. And we also told you that a former Philippine mayor, Alice Go, has been accused of spying for China, have been found guilty of human trafficking for her role in running a scam center. And in sport, Nigeria has risen 3 places to 38 in the latest FIFA Men's World Ranking announced on Wednesday, following a month in which the Super Eagles played 2 competitive fixtures. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. The ends news broadcast compiled by Zainab Adebashi. I am DAYO Anthony. Many thanks for listening.